This is a 2025 Mercedes-AMG GLC 63 SE Performance Coupe in Moonlight White over AMG Napa Leather. I'm Anthony from Supercar Throttle. This is the most performance in any of the class. BMW doesn't have something that can even compete with this, nor does Audi. It's a handcrafted 2.0 four-cylinder hybrid with electric exhaust gas, turbocharged with nearly 700 horsepower. The enlarged Mercedes badging that goes into the digital lights. Now this is part of the Pinnacle trim, the AMG package. We have the carbon package. The M1391 engine is not just handcrafted, but literally it's like a mad scientist because you're getting over 230 horsepower per liter. And then to match that, the rear has its own designated battery that gives us a total output of 671 horsepower and 752 pound-feet of torque. That's more than impressive because you're getting 35 miles all-electric range, reaching 60 at 3.7 seconds. You get a combined of 31 mpges. Now, when you just use the gas variant, you're getting 20 mpgs, but either way you cut the cookie, I mean, this thing is literally a madhouse with performance. And that's paired to an AMG Speed Shift MCT 9G Tronic automatic transmission with a wet start-off clutch automatic transmission. 21-inch staggered wheel setup. So we got a 265/40 up front, matched with a 295/35 out back. 6 pistons are housed behind those red brake calipers, vented, slotted. This is a track-ready vehicle. Now, when you're thinking about the standard GLC, it's around 50 grand. This one's gonna start around 86. The one we're showcasing today is around 110. Is it worth the extra price? Yes, because this is night and day difference of a drive. You got AMG Performance 4MATIC with AMG ride control suspension with adaptive damping. And of course, the brakes are AMG enhanced with 2.5-degree rear axle steering, so it is a perfect 50-50 weight distribution. That's a con to me though, because it's kind of like cheating. So now listen to this technology. The 1.6-inch thin electric motor, it's integrated directly on the shaft of the turbocharged between the turbine wheel on the exhaust side and the compression wheel on the intake side. Now this directly drives the shaft for the turbocharged, and it's electrically controlled, accelerating the compressor wheel before the exhaust gas flows, and this takes over the drive in the conventional manner. It's just crazy. This is F1 technology for a vehicle that starts in the $80,000 price. Now, when you think about BMW, they have changed their vehicle quite a bit. Now, they have increased the performance, but it is a lot more electrified looking, and some people don't like the styling. Here, you're not gonna go wrong. This is an AMG. You may be concerned about that Turbo 4, but with all the hybrid technology, I'm all right with it. You can go up to 87 miles per hour on just the electric motor itself. That gets over 200 horsepower to this vehicle. Standard LED taillights that integrate into the gloss black with the AMG quad exhaust tips. But like I said at the beginning, this is a sports car lifted up. Any vehicle is going to cost more money than this example. You go into Audi, you have to go into an RS line in which it's not going to be comparable to this because this is a smaller package. This is one of the best vehicles in any class you put it because nothing is going to be comparable against this. And you got a 6.1 kilowatt battery that has a combined total of 201 horsepower. That's peak horsepower, however. So what happens is you're not going to get the full throttle of that at all points. But when you want to really give it, it does have a boost that gives you 10 seconds of peak torque for the full 10 seconds, which is crazy because when you're talking 671 horsepower, 752 pound-feet of torque, that illustrates that 3.4 to 3.7 seconds 0 to 60. Rear axle steering, and it can also distribute the power from 50-50 all the way to 100% to the rear wheel whenever you are taking off. So I like that you're getting full round performance. Yet again, it's a sports car lifted up into an SUV. Because this is the Pinnacle trim, it's going to be a little bit more quiet as well in the interior. And charging time is 1 hour. That is awesome. When you're thinking of plug-in hybrid, typically it's 3 hours, 5 hours. I've even seen 9.5 hours, which is crazy. This gets it in 1 hour. So, I mean, that's almost a lunch. You could literally go have your lunch and you almost have it charged. And while you're driving, the darn thing is charging all the time. So if you drive for about an hour, you're going to charge probably more than 50% of the battery, especially if you're going onto the interstate, which is another crazy perspective that Mercedes is doing. I get it, it's 6 figures, but you can get it under 6 figures. We're going to engage it into Sport Plus. Man, that changes the whole drive dramatically. Even though you have 8 or 9 different driving modes, there's really only 3 different driving patterns that the vehicle will do, meaning to dampen up the suspension so it's going to be a little bit more ridge, to make it a little bit more soft, or to just basically have that comfort drive. When you mash on the gas, it goes back. I mean, it doesn't have necessarily the most enticing exhaust note sound, but I still appreciate what I'm getting here because this is F1 technology going to the next level. 21-inch wheels. I'm hearing the exhaust filter in a little bit more so. I throw it into comfort on the interstate. It's going to quiet up pretty significant. You're not going to hear the engine at all because it's a hybrid. It's going to go between the two. Pros, we got the AMG performance steering wheel, so you can change all the dynamics on here. You can configure the infotainment screen, the 12.3 gauge cluster. Everything is a lot more seamless and cleaned up and easy for the driver to operate, as well as voice recognition. I'm going to stop right here and give her a go. But because of how much performance we have, we're going to stop right here and give her a go. She is quick and fun. And I would say the best part about it is when you go into things like BMW. I love BMW. I think they make an excellent vehicle. The ride to this is smoother, even though I have it in race mode. You're not going to get that same feel when you go BMW. Plus, the new X3 is not even comparable to this. This is literally like almost double the performance of that vehicle, especially when you're talking about going a straight line. Weight distribution, this has the rear axle steering at 2.5 degrees, which makes it basically a perfect 50-50. But there is some cons. There's a lot going on underneath the hood, which can be concerning, and that also can be a problem, because if these things go bad, I mean, let's face it, it doesn't matter how much power you have, the vehicle's not gonna drive. Even though we have all this power and everything, this is the other problem I have. It's fast and quick off the line, don't get me wrong, but it just doesn't seem to have that same punch as a bi-turbo V8. But let me know your thoughts in the comments, and if you're new to the channel, consider subscribing. Check out the next video.